Welcome to a new thrilling season of Dimension 20. I am your humble dungeon master, Brendan Lee Mulligan. With me, as always, in the dome are our intrepid heroes. Say hi, intrepid heroes.
Hi, intrepid heroes.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
There it is. There's the juice.
There's the juice. There's what we love. Listen, me and the intrepid heroes, we want to say hi. We want to shout out back in the dome. First of all, to all of you, we are, of course, being incredibly safe and COVID compliant. Shout out to face shields and masks and all of our crew being kept safe. Thank you, Ash, and the rest of the production department for keeping us all safe. One may notice a couple things different. In this season. I want to shout out a couple other people because it's a new season and a brand new setting. And we were looking all over the world for new settings to play in. I was like, we gotta find a sci-fi setting with the humor and grit and wit and wonder to take us and the Intrepid Heroes to the stars. So reached out to noted author Elaine Lee to use her setting of Starstruck. Woo! Elaine Lee, the noted author of Starstruck, Vamps, Brain Banks, many comics, also the author of Me.
Wow.
Her son, Brendan Lee Mulligan. Mom, thanks for the galaxy. We will handle it with love and care.
We love you, Elaine. I can't wait to meet you one day. And talk about astrology, baby.
There you go. My mom famously sent Allie my birth chart.
Yep.
And
I got all the juicy deets.
What are his weaknesses?
I'll tell you. I'll write it down.
That's the main thing astrology does, is list your weaknesses.
Yes.
Vulnerabilities to fire and poison. Yes, we will be playing in the Starstruck universe, the graphic novel series from writer Elaine Lee and artist Michael Kaluta. Shout out to Mike Kaluta, my godfather. And a world of hot suns, hot guns. We enter Anarch Era 220. And they'll do this. I'm doing it with my mouth, but they'll probably add a noise here too. Anarch Era 220, Hecaton Gieres asteroid cluster just outside the Phoebus system. Spinning asteroids floating in space as distant stars glitter on the face of Mother Void. Yellow, gleaming ion beams blast across the space as the Red Hot, a massive Amercadian modified retrofitted smuggler freighter, races through the asteroid belt as ion beams from pursuing roid removers. You guys see a bunch of clampers zooming in past you. Ion beams skating across the shields of your ship. Gang, roll initiative.
Wow. You don't even know who I am.
What?
It's a new season. We're back in the dome. No punches pulled.
I rolled a nat one, baby.
There it is.
Oh, I also rolled a nat one.
What is that one?
You get tickled.
Third nat one!
Really?
No!
Can I roll with disadvantage to try to get a nat one?
Yeah, roll with disadvantage to hit a nat one.
Please don't.
Oh, I rolled better.
Left out, dude. Left out. All the cool kids are rolling that one.
That's so
What do we get here, Zach?
I got a 19. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it.
Incredible. What do we get here, Allie?
3.
A 3. Amazing.
Are you serious? 3 nat ones and a 3?
insane.
These are given to me by
and what
Rick
did-
Perry.
Yeah, Rick Perry.
Also rolled a dice.
These are
by
weighted.
Rick Perry.
My Rick Perry gave me a dirty 20 with advantage a dirty 21, but I got disadvantage, so just a dirty 20.
Just a dirty 20. Incredible.
Wow, here we go.
That's right. For the first time in Dimension 20 history, we will be leaping straight into combat. It's a tough galaxy out there, but somebody's got to live in it. It might as well be you. Gang, we meet the crew of the Red Hot when things are looking pretty bad. This retrofitted, old, discontinued Amercadian Space Brigade mess freighter is crewed by the following individuals. We're gonna start, of course, on the bridge, where, of course, only 2 of our crew members are currently active. Zach and Siobhan, could you please introduce your characters and describe them?
I am Norman, the skipper, Takamori, and I am the captain of this vessel, and I am surrounded by morons. Seriously, where is everybody? We're being chased by a bunch of little freaks.
That's right, as the captain is so quick to notice, you are being pursued by a veritable armada of Armstrong roid removers. When it's time for you to remove a pesky asteroid, trust Armstrong, the #1 name in asteroid removal. Though these ones seem to have been outfitted with Space Saber High-On beams that are currently blasting your shields away. I should mention, you are not currently at 88 shield points. Could you mark yourself down at a humble 18 shield points remaining?
18? We're down to 18?
You're down to 18 shield points, I'm afraid.
Brennan, bad baby.
There are more than 18 people following us.
Let's hope that they only do 1 point of shield damage each. So when we see Captain Norman, the skipper, Takamori, what does he look like?
He is like half shaved. He has like a little towel around his neck. He had his like 2 minutes of peace and quiet where he didn't have to hear these morons gabbering away at his ears. And then, of course, we're getting attacked by a fucking armada of drones coming in after us, shooting their high-on beams. Yeah. I'm in hell.
Incredible. Looking back over the hassled captain's shoulder, we see in the center of the bridge an enormous glass sphere of water. And within that water, we see the ship's comms officer, Riva. Siobhan, could you introduce your character to us?
Hello, I'm Riva. I'm the comms officer / unpaid intern. Riva's obviously my human name. My actual Agua Tunisian name is, and then you get an image of being deep underwater and finding a current that leads you swiftly and perfectly to where you need to get to. So that's my real name, but that's a bit complicated for most non-psychic life forms, so Riva's good for me. I'm just here having a good time. I'm out on my gallivant. That's a thing that we Agua Tunisians do. We go out and we live out in the world before returning back to our home water planet. Oh, this is so fun, isn't it? Oh, it's so fun.
Riva, from your central water bulb on the bridge, you see a hailing signal from a nearby class YNV Anolo interceptor incoming from a ship designation the Lady Pike.
Hello. Hi, how's it going?
You activate the screen and coming up in front of you and the captain, you see a dull red bridge of a pursuing ship, this larger Anolo interceptor. You see there is a very old, like deep wrinkles and folds. She's like maybe like 80 years old. She's got sunglasses on and a kind of like some kind of fangs around the outset cowboy hat low as she's at the command bridge. You hear,
oh, hailing there, this is Captain Jan De La Vega of the Lady Pike. We're coming in hot on your tail, friendo. Notice you lifted some beryllium crystal off the cosmic veil a couple of bandlands back. So here's the deal, amigo. You hand over the crystal, and we don't bust your ass back and forth to the Bison Galaxy. How does that fit, partner?
Okay, we'll be right there. We'll hand it right over to you.
Absolutely not. We're not handing over the crystals, goddammit. Listen to me. Space is pretty big, and there are very small borders between things that are unclear to a lot of people. I don't think we found it where you say we found it, so we're gonna take this crystal and we're gonna get out of here.
Oh, he says we're taking the crystal and we're going to get out of here.
She can hear me.
Well, I see about 20 roid removers. These clampers would love to get in under those shields and buzzsaw away, so if you want to try to run the hoss, be my guest. But we're getting them crystals one way or another. Ain't that right, Needles?
Another comms screen open, and you see a Cranchian gunner, who's this little lizard guy, go,
That's right, boss! Let's open fire!
Lizard people shooting at me now.
Norm, today's a pretty bad day. And we move back through time to better days. Golden fields of wheat swaying in Kansas on Amercadia. Ranks and ranks of Amercadian cadets saluting as you, in full dress uniform, approach the dais. Beckoning you up is General Annalinda Weatherall of the Amercadian Space Brigade. Norm, on this day, as you're being decorated, what's going through your head this many years in the past?
I think Norm is looking around at just truly the most perfect, beautiful thing he can imagine. A full military. Look at it. It's everyone's in uniform. Everyone is uniform. Everyone is puffing their chests out, being the brave heroes that they should be. And Norm is doing everything in his power to live up to the name and puff his chest out just as hard.
Cadet Norman Takamori, please approach the dais. As you approach the dais, for outstanding service and gallantry in the face of overwhelming odds, for your position as Ace Tiger pilot of your squadron, we award you the Brass Tiger. And you see pins of metal to your chest. Guns fire off. Hey! Everyone applauds as you approach the dais. And through the course of history, there was but one society that stood for might and liberty. Hat removed. The old red, green, and blue Amercadia. And you see the banner waving over Kansas, Amercadia. The Amercadian Space Brigade. Good till the last drops.
Just a little bit of a tear.
We've cut a couple of years later, you're in a dull brown office with sort of the shades drawn, wispy kind of desert of New Texas looking out behind you. I'm sorry, we're not gonna put the squadron under your command.
But sorry, sir, what else? Is there anything else to do? Are there any other options?
Well, we discontinued.
The Space Brigade is kind of the best thing there is, right? It's the thing I am most proud of. And it feels a little like, I kind of don't understand what you're telling me right now.
Well, we're saying that this is where it ends. Norman, we're saying this is where it ends.
You see that the officer here just looks and says,
Here's the best we can do. We can bust you down to corporal and have you ride a desk. Or you're discharged with honors. You take half pay on your pension. It's not a bad deal.
I mean, I guess I could get out there, get that half pension, and try to find my own way.
you see, officer shrugs and goes, now, you could cash out half your pension, get yourself a ship if you want to still be a pilot. Obviously, you're foregoing a lot of future money. As the officer begins to say this, you look out and see old mess freighter. It's been discontinued, this line. They don't make this anymore. And you see it's gonna go to surplus sale. But you see a rusty old hot dog shaped ship out there on the launch pad outside the medical offices. I mean, I don't recommend cashing out your pension, but because you'd be cashing it out at half pay, so the life of the pension is worth way more.
I'm cashing the fuck out. I'm gonna make my own space brigade.
The hell? What are you saying, Norman?
I'm saying there's gotta be people out there who can crew up a ship like that and be just as good.
we cut to the present moment.
I can't find any help.
Zach, you are first to act in combat.
I am going to use evasive maneuvers, which is before my initiative, right? Can I
Yes,
use that?
absolutely. You can do this.
And roll a d6 and move that multiplied by 50 away from these people behind us, right?
Hell yeah. We got to give a huge shout out here, first of all, to Tailspire, Rick Perry, Katie Nick, and of course our builders, Han and Johnny over at Tailspire for the incredible work building out this sci-fi setting. Thanks for taking us to the world of Starstruck. Also to our friends at Hero Forge and Fox for hooking up all these rad minis. And also, as you may notice, we're playing with some wild rules. We'll be playing with SW5E. Shout out to Todd and Tegan, Todd Moonbounce and Tegan Jenkins over at SW5E for hooking us up. Check out Dungeon Jedi Masters for the scoop on how to play this wild system that we're playing here.
That person's last name Moonbounce?
Todd Moonbounce and Tegan Jenkins.
Most perfect last name I've ever heard.
Bada boom. Go ahead and roll the dice and we'll see how many feet you move.
Okay, someone's got to get us out of here. And it certainly won't be my crew. He is gonna roll the d6, 5. So 5 times 50, so I go 250 feet straight away. And that is prior to my turn, I believe.
Yes, it's when you roll initiative.
Okay. And I think, I just wanna make an investigation check on what, it feels like we gotta get the fuck out of here versus we're fighting these.
Go ahead and give me your perception, yeah.
Okay. My ship's perception or mine?
You could use yours with disadvantage, or you can use the ship's. And the ship's would be a scan check.
18.
18, you are overwhelmed with these Armstrongs here, with these clampers and buzzers from the roid removers. And you also are looking back. That interceptor behind you is definitely modded out. You can see them arming up a tractor beam on the front of that interceptor coming after you.
Okay, I'm in hell. Yeah, 250 feet away. I think I'm just gonna use the rest of my action to fly straight ahead and use a bonus action dash away.
Incredible.
So we're going as far forward as we can.
4 of these roid removers are going to take their reaction at this point.
Oh, God damn it.
They're gonna make 4 attacks on the ship. They make this as part of a charge. All of you see a couple of these vessels swoop in. 3 of them get under your ship's shields and make contact with the hull. They are not using energy weapons, so they bypass shields here. They are using their like construction asteroid stuff to just move in and clamp onto the hull of your ship. Here's where we're at right now. Those are some low rolls. I am gonna need 3 maneuver checks using the red hot stats from our pilot, the skipper.
Maneuver checks are dexterity checks, right?
That is correct.
Which is -1.
-1. Pull up, Skip, pull up.
I would like to give the direct
Absolutely.
Well, I rolled a-
action to give you advantage on that roll.
Thank God. That was a 2, so it would have been a 1. That's 11, so 10.
First check succeeds.
Okay.
Now this next one is rolled straight.
Okay. 13 becomes 12.
That is a success.
Natural 1.
Oh!
That'll happen.
The ship immediately takes 6 points of damage to its shields and reduces your speed by 50.
I hate
No!
to be this guy. Didn't you say it directly impacts our hull?
It does. Sorry, not your shield. 6 hull points of damage. Thank you very much for keeping me honest.
Oh,
Do we have any homework?
It's the first day.
Okay.
Amazing.
He's just bad guy.
Just because I
it's-
had to ask.
Yeah,
I-
this is PvP starting now.
Okay.
I attack Lou.
Yes.
Be the person, right?
One of them clamps onto the ship, deals a small amount of damage, but reduces your speed by 50 as it clamps on, and like it does to asteroids all day, hits its thrusters and starts pulling your ship in the wrong direction. It is still your turn as it uses that reaction. You can go ahead and take whatever movement you're gonna take. You said you were gonna take a fly action, correct?
Yes, so I initially moved for the evasive maneuvers, and now I'm going to take the fly action and use slippery pilot to they're grappling. Can I disengage from them?
If you want to use an action, you can use an action to make another maneuver check and try to shake that clamper off.
So we only have one clamping onto it.
You only have one clamping on right now.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Give me a maneuver check.
-1.
4.
4
almost
is
an
not gonna
18.
do it. You have movement and a bonus action.
I just want everyone at home to know that Brennan made our fucking ship stats.
Yeah, we did not dream this up and we're like, this is what we
not the
want.
fruition
Yeah,
of
if we were creating a ship, it would have been so top of the line. You have no idea. Absolutely busted ship.
It would have been a cheeseburger.
Yeah, full disclosure,
milkshake.
at character creation, everyone was like, we're so excited to play bozos, and made the most busted characters I've ever seen. Unreal. Okay.
So I still have my movement and the bonus action.
That's correct.
So I will use full movement just straight ahead.
Amazing.
And
So
then-
we're gonna move 500 feet forward on this vessel. As you come in proximity to that asteroid, give me one dexterity saving throw.
16.
You try to shake this guy, zoom out of the way, this asteroid, as it begins to zoom past you.
Does anyone work on this ship but me?
Riva, you have used your action
I have
to
used my
direct.
action.
Do you have any bonus actions you would like to use on your turn or no?
I do not have any bonus actions. I have a reaction that I'll use if I need to, when I need to.
Amazing. Riva, as you sit there looking at your streaming captain, calling out these helpful things to grant advantage where you are able, bubbles move around in your watery comms station, and we return to Agua Tunisia. Many years ago, you look before you and see two of your friends and loved ones. One of them is cool water of the shaded reef. The other one is rising bubbles from a deep volcanic vent many fathoms below us. Both of those images communicated to your mind. They look at you and say, I'm so excited for your
I'm
Gallivant.
so excited for my Gallivant.
You see the other one sort of crosses their arms and looks at you and goes, you know, here on Agua Tunisia, we share one mind, one heart, and we hide nothing from each other.
What?
And there are no secrets kept, and no one tries to take advantage of anybody.
Exactly.
And I assume that's what's going on in the galaxy.
I don't have any other thoughts about what else it could be.
Amazing.
You can't be dishonest to each other. That's terrible.
It's
It's the
terrible.
worst thing that you can do.
A couple of years later, you are looking through a pane of glass through some water, and you see Sister Mildred of the Cosmic Veil, who's a member of the Cloistered Order of the Goddess Uncaring, looks up and says, so, you're on your Gallivant, right?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, that's amazing. What do you know about Pleasure Putty?
Oh, I don't know anything about Pleasure Putty.
In addition to being a nun, let me tell you for a second. So I'm actually a part of this business. It's incredible.
Oh, okay.
You're your own boss. You make your own hours.
No.
Yes, it's true.
Your own hours?
Yeah, you work
What
as
do you make them from?
Here's the best part. You don't even have to make the Pleasure Putty. What you do is this. You make a small investment and the company sends you Pleasure Putty.
No.
And then all you do is you recruit people to sell the Pleasure Putty, and they make an investment. And basically, not only are you your own boss, but you're also the boss of these other people who are their own boss.
That's amazing. It's like a boss within a boss within a boss.
Within a boss, within a boss. It's a quantum state of people being each other's bosses and also themselves.
That's beautiful.
And it forms this perfect structure. The strongest structure in existence is a 3-dimensional triangle.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is strong.
really
Because all
strong.
of the corners support each other.
All the corners support each
All
other.
of the
and
corner
it
bosses are supporting the other corner boss.
Yeah, and the corner bosses all support the boss at the top corner.
Right, but the top corner is also, if you flip it around, a bottom. That's beautiful, because they're all the same, aren't they? They're all bosses.
Yes, and whether it's the top or the bottom, it's where we send our money.
And we cut back to you looking down through the water sluice deep down in the ship. You see many crates of pleasure putty, which you had to pay extra for to get waterproofed, that are just waiting for you in your living quarters.
I'm gonna sell some any day. I believe in it, because I'm my own boss. And I make my own hours. And I don't know what I make them from, but I do make them from something.
From probably the putty.
Oh! You're so
Incredible. As we look at the ship, we are going to zoom away from the bridge to the dual gunning stations of the vessel. Emily and Merv, could you please introduce your characters?
I'm Big Barry 6, ruggedly handsome, about 38 years old, 6'4", about 235, wearing some kind of like skeletal armor over his huge body, and is yelling to the other gunner down the hall.
And I am Sundry Sydney, Jane of all trades, the Swiss Army wife. I am a beta version of a discontinued multi-purpose droid. And I'm wearing like a little 1950s diner uniform with little roller skates and a little paper hat. But then I also have an assault cannon for an arm and a cybernetic eye.
Both of you are getting communications from the bridge. You can see that one of the roid removers is clamped onto the back of the ship. The others are kind of swarming in behind you, and you can see way off in the distance, although you have partial cover from it through the asteroid field, is the Lady Pike. What are both of you calling out to the captain as you hear Norm cursing over the...
I'm calling out and I'm saying, how far away are we from that big green ship? The one that looks like a shark.
It does kind of look like a shark.
It looks like a shark.
I think it's like 3,200 feet.
3,200 feet, so I couldn't even do it with disadvantage.
3,200 feet, you could. That's exactly the range.
Is that right?
If it's 3,200 feet, I could do it.
It is, yeah.
Go ahead.
I think I go to Barry and I'm like, Barry, I could take a real big chance and try and get that shark.
Take the chance!
You think I should take the chance?
Take the shot!
Okay, you think
Take the shot, Sid! You got it!
Okay.
Androids and steroids! We got this!
Nuts and bolts, androids and steroids!
Nuts and bolts, androids and steroids! We got this! Take the shot!
Get off the chain! My ears are
We're on the
bleeding!
main channel! I'm sorry! Back to Gunner Channel! Back to Gunner Channel!
Okay, Gunner Channel.
I'm still on Gunner Channel. I really like you two chatting. It's fun.
Hey, what's up, Reeve?
Hi.
And then I'm going to, I have weapon expert to give me advantage, but so with disadvantage, it'll just be straight.
Yeah, so it gives you advantage. This is going to be a straight shot, correct?
Okay.
Come on, Sid, come on.
Okay, heavens to motherboard, I need this. It's an 11.
Ricocheting off the asteroids in the mix, the ion beams of your quad ion cannon blast off the side of the ship.
Okay, I may be a droid, but I am programmed with emotions to inhibit some of my more rash behavior, and so right now I feel absolute desolation and defeat. Talk me out of it, Barry,
Sid,
because I'm in a bad place.
You gotta go for it. You gotta grab life by the horns, okay? And you did that, all right? And I love you for it, all right? Okay. Now I'm gonna shoot these fuckers that are real close, because that's an easier shot.
As the Red Hot wheels around to bring Barry's gunning station into focus on the Lady Pike, Sid, having missed you, enter this deep place of sadness, and we zoom back through time to the corporate boardroom of Handy Andy android manufacturers. We zoom in on a screen and we see Sundry Sydney, gleaming smile, roller skates, the candy striper outfit, and the gun arm, presenting new top of the line from the Handy Andy Corporation, proud purveyors of fine androids all over the galaxy, Sundry Sydney.
How may I please, pleasure, protect you?
Look, I'm a mover and shaker of a galactic corporation on the go. I need a major domo and executive assistant who can keep me safe from all the people who are trying to get my number, and with all of the amenities of the top-of-the-line companion droid. Take that, Erotica Ann.
Yeah, fuck Erotica Ann. I was programmed to say that.
Sundry Sydney, the multi-droid for you. Little like the hollow projection ends, and we see a boardroom. A CEO wearing a kind of purple suit, sort of like holds the thing he just paused the commercial with, looks around at the boardroom. You see R&D department, other executives, and sort of like, marketing people, ad people. And Sid, you are standing there currently having been given the command to stay still. What's your sort of neutral posture as you are frozen?
I think I have like the plastered smile of a people pleaser and like a look in my eyes that's desperate for approval. That's like my natural state so that people know they
that
their
doesn't
status is
resonate
above
at
me.
So you see this boardroom filled with executives. There's the CEO of Handy Andy here, who has just sort of clicked this button to stop the thing. You see him going and looking. So this aired, and you understand that Living Doll has already filed suit. Fuck Erotica Ann? That made it into the commercial? That made it into the commercial. Direct slander. Fucked us. Fucked to death. Why? Does anyone have an answer? You see the CEO just kicks a chair over and looks around and says, okay, pull it up. Pull up the next slide. And you see, it says, I want to read this to all of you. Product testing. Number 1. I found the use of the Sundry Sydney disconcerting. Its multifunctionality left me often at a loss for what to do next. I tried to engage the pleasure droid protocol, but as I became caressed by the assault cannon, I found myself rapidly leaving my state of arousal. The roller skates didn't help either. Help me out to understand. You look over, you see that Max Griffar looks over and points to Dr. Edwina Castor, who's sort of an older R&D technician, says,
we did our best to design the android to the specifications provided. The marketing department contacted us, the idea of a Swiss Army wife.
And you see Max goes, there's a reason Swiss Army knives are sold in gift shops. They are trash. When you are buying a tool, you don't want the thing that kind of does it all. Anyone with real McCoy is gonna get a Verkadian protector droid and an Erotica Ann and a top-of-the-line Major Domo. They're gonna get an executive assistant droid. Why would someone want to show? We're marketing this to people who want top of the line, and we're saying, here's a fucking grab bag.
Is that a good thing?
Who left this on? He turns around and says, the fucking thing is still on. Look, the important thing is this, okay? Looks at the R&D department and says, I know you did your best, all right? It's got the assault cannon and conceptually, this was wrong from the jump. Can anyone tell me why this was never going to work? And you see someone looks around and says, what you said about multi-tools. And you see that there's another young woman here who raises her hand and says, well, isn't there something, sorry, sir, isn't there something sort of appealing about, for all of us feel like we kind of want to be able to do it all, right? And so Sundry Sydney was sort of the idea of there's something sort of aspirational about, there's this there's this assistant who's protecting you and is a companion and can provide hospitality. And you see the CEO looks and says, "You're fired. You are fired. Get your shit and get out." You see, he looks around and says, "People want to be everything themselves. We're not selling people. We're selling androids. What do you want your coffee guy on the corner to do? Do you want him to be an amazing poet? Do you want to know that he has a nice garden at home? You want him to make the best fucking cup of coffee." Melt it down for parts. Start again at 0. Sid, you feel something flick in your crystal consciousness. All 7 channels become unlocked, and you feel that you are no longer rooted to the spot.
Can I look at Dr. Edwina Castor with a slightly confused look?
She looks at you with a slightly confused look. Are you trying to communicate?
I'm like looking for permission.
She looks at you. Give me an insight check.
Okay. 13.
She looks at you with her eyes wide, and you see a little twinge of a smile. She goes, "Oh, everyone in this room, we are in very real danger."
Okay. I'm going to cock my machine gun, but then shoot out the window and roller skate. This database can interface, but it can also devastate. And then I throw a grenade over my back.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Amazing. We cut back to the present moment.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
What happened? What happened? Did that person who got fired unlock you?
We don't know.
Okay, Barry, you're right. I've overcome adversity before. I can do this. Here's your shot.
Barry, line it up, baby.
Put my sunglasses on. Barry gets into the zone. Am I able to shoot the one that's hanging on?
Yes, you are able to target
All right.
that one. Yes.
I guess I'll take...
That one is going to have partial cover because you've only got like a profile on it as it clamps onto the back of the ship.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead and take a precision shot.
Woo!
Not that any of my shots aren't precision shots. But I do miss sometimes. Okay. Ooh. Oh, please, precision shot, help that roll. Okay. 17 to hit.
17 hits, baby.
Come on. 12 damage.
You fully deplete the drone's shields and deal 2 points of hull damage to it as you blast through.
Nice one, Bear.
Thanks, almost got one.
Shields.
It's okay. I took a huge
Please,
swing and
Barry,
missed.
do your fucking job.
I'm so sorry, Captain Norman. I really let you down.
No, it's fine. He's on the gunner channel. This is for us, Skip.
Skipper. God damn it.
Captain Skip.
Barry, you as you're blasting away at this drone behind you, and we zoom in on the 6 on your armor, and we cut back many years ago as you emerge covered with wires and goo from a big vat. And you see 5 enormous, naked, wet men who all look completely identical go, "Barry! What's up, fellas?" "Yeah, dude, well, come on, yeah. Barry! Yeah, come on, dude." And they say, "Come on, we gotta go this way." "Dude, I know what way you're talking about because we're clones." "Yeah, we're clones." "I know what you're thinking of." You zoom through and you see that another vat opens. "Dude, another Barry! What's up, dude? What's up?" A group of enormous muscle-bound wet clones are all born from vats on the same day. And all of you are now in a locker room. You've been toweled off. There's
A lot of snapping, I'm assuming.
All right, enough horseplay. You see that there is one of you who shares the same general facial structure as you, but is a little bit smaller, a little bit older. And you see he's got a little lab coat on with a little stencil 01 And he looks around at 11 of you, again, 1 day old, beautiful big boys. And he says, my beloved berries, I am you, and I am me, and I am all of us.
That's right, Barry.
That's right, Barry. That's right, Barry. That's right, Barry. My name is, as you all know, Barry.
Barry. My name's Barry.
My name's Barry. Oh, my name's Barry. Dr. Barry Bohunk. And this is the Barry Battalion. Yes! 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 You may well ask why you are all here. And I think you know why you're here. We are approaching the 200th cycle of Anarch era, following the downfall of the Incorporated Elysian Republic and the demise of the dread dictator in ages past. We've seen now a free galaxy. And what is the reward for a free galaxy? The encroachment of sectarian, corporate, paramilitary, and religious, crypto-sectarian shenaniganery.
We hate shenanigans.
We hate shenanigans. No more shenanigans. So, in a lawless galaxy, what happens to the little guy when UFTP or John Q Brigade comes marching through? What happens to the little guy?
He gets fucked, sir.
He gets fucked. And who unfucks the little guy?
Barry!
Barry! Barry! We just smash cut through a bunch of frames of you guys in like huge Space Marine assault armor, like smashing through plate glass windows, grabbing a child from a burning orphanage, smashing out another plate glass window. Just various like A-team style, like a small monastery of Teoman monks is in danger of having their monastery bulldozed by Crown and Scepter, and only the Barry Battalion can save them. And you see a glorious series of adventures through the galaxy. So sort of your memory slows as you remember a fateful day. You wake up in the morning and see Barry 1, Dr. Barry, walk in and say, important mission today, Barry Battalion. Hope all you berries are ready.
Berries are always ready. Barry 1.
Berries are always ready. Berries are always ready. And you see, he says, because they're working hard. I know it. You super soldier or not.
Playing hard too, sir.
And that's what today's all about, because your mission is Dr. Barry is taking all of you to Uncle Bob's Fantanimal. Yes! 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 Big hugs, and Barry's grabbing each other, lifting each other up. Yes, we're doing it.
Everyone starts wrestling.
Everyone's wrestling, big wrestling. And you go to Uncle Bob's Fantanimal, which is a wild theme park in the Gravar worlds. You see this enormous, everyone's like big ice cream cones walking through this Fantanimal Land together. And suddenly it starts. You're underneath the big awning at the central gazebo of wonder. The high-on beams start. In Barry 6, you come back with an arm full of Freezy Pops and ice cream cones for everyone, and see a floor littered with 10 other berries. And you see a door closing, and a blood-covered Barry 9 looks at you. Barry.
The fuck did you do, Barry?
I did what you would do. Click. Power cell at empty. He, out of ammo, hits the button and blasts off of the surface, and Barry 9 vanishes into space.
Berries? Barry! Berries! Barry!
Back to press. present. Go, 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 go.
It's like a Pokemon that can only say its name.
Amazing. We cut to the reactor core of the ship. And who do we find there?
You find Gunthriol, Miggles, Rashback, aka Gunny. I'm 4'11", about early 30s, beautiful black bald head, and a gorgeous cyborg body. Full cyborg from the neck down. Just currently absolutely like busy with plugging things in, trying to get power wherever it needs to go, checking in on. Did you guys say something about a shark?
Yeah, I think the ship that's chasing us looks like a shark.
Okay, it's just a ship that looks like a shark.
Just a ship that looks like a shark, not a
Okay, because
space
if we were
shark.
dealing with a space shark, that would be a big problem.
If I had time to analyze it, I could confirm if it was a space shark.
It's not a shark, it's a ship with paint on its mouth.
So just to confirm, we are all on the Gunner channel right now.
Oh,
right.
And we do have a main
Well,
channel.
I was talking on the main channel and no one was here. So I was flipping
Are we
between them.
supposed to skip? Are we supposed to be on multiple channels?
It's Skipper!
Gunny, I'm glad that you're on the Gunner channel, and actually it's quite appropriate given your name. I wanted to make sure that I sent down Handy Annie down there with you.
Yes, Handy Andy is here and being very handy.
We see a sort of cybernetic, little mechanical hand. Handy Annie is here helping out.
It's also an allusion to a long, I mean, if this takes place in the future, a long lost podcast.
Hell yes, there you go, exactly. Amazing. So, Gunny, you are in the reactor chamber here. You see the vast majority of the ship's power is going all over the ship, many to like a mid decks. You see one like double J, and emblem on one. Another one saying ME with written over a crossed out escape pods bracket.
Yes.
Gunny, what are you doing on your turn in combat?
I'm gonna check in with the skipper. The skipper, are we talking on the Gunner channel or are we talking on the main channel?
You don't have to call me the Skipper, it's just Skipper, but
Just Big Skip.
Okay,
Or Captain Skip.
what is your question?
are we fighting or are we running? All
I'm
right,
trying to get the fuck out of here.
great.
And I
That's
would appreciate any help at all.
Oh, his real name is Norman. Skipper is actually a nickname.
Got it.
If that's
All right,
helpful.
Norman the skipper. I'm gonna boost the engines, so I'll use the ship's strength.
Go ahead and give me a boost engines roll.
I'm
Great.
still gonna try to hit that shark next turn.
And look into some light, what is it called?
Oh, faster than light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to jump?
I want to get the fuck out of here.
Okay. So do I need to start making astronav checks?
You look and see the navcom hooked up to the tachyon drive. That's your faster than light engine.
It's that bad?
Skipper looks in the equivalent of a rearview mirror and sees a million little robots in a giant green ship. Yes, it is
All
that
right.
bad.
Ooh, okay. I'd like to begin the process of getting us ready to jump.
SQ comes on. Hello, Gunny. SQ here. Would you like to engage the navcom's AI?
Yes, please, SQ.
Would you like to engage the navcom's AI?
Yes, please.
The navcom craps out like it always does.
Great. So we're not jumping.
You absolutely can jump, but you're gonna have to do everything manually.
Sick. Gunny grabs the nearest piece of paper, a pen, and starts charting.
I hear there's a scribbling on the Gunner channel.
Furious as well.
We do actually have a separate scribbling channel if you want to go over to that one.
Okay, great. I'm gonna flip to scribble. I'm doing this by hand. Give me a second.
Handy Annie is wearing a calculator watch.
Okay. Oh, good to know. Handy. 3.1417.
Oh, that's gotta be in the art.
So you start calling out equations. 3.1. So yeah, we see Gunny here calling out equations because the ship's computer is so outdated that it's easier for you to do it yourself. 3.1 and we fade back in time to a non-cyborg, a fully organic, non-mechanical Gunthry Miggles Rashbacks writing equations out longhand with chalk on a blackboard at the bottom of a very well-appointed university auditorium. You are a TA here in this room. You see Professor Dora Valentine seated at a desk, gazing at you admiringly. What do you think's going on as Gunny sort of clocks into these astro navigation equations?
I think Gunny's bored. I mean, it's like, I think this is like pretty rote for him. This is doing what I do most days. I don't know, nothing about this is particularly challenging or hard.
Professor Valentine looks up and speaks to the class and says, what Mr. Miggles Rashbacks is showing all of you is, of course, the equation used most commonly in the conversion of plutonium energy into a ship's tachyon drive, which facilitates faster than light travel. But of course, any fan of pop music would be able to tell you all about tachyons. And you see there's a very polite little bit of like laughter at this like professor joke. You see she goes, well, Mr. Miggles Rashbacks, thank you so much for your time. Class, next week we will of course be completing our assignments on the folding of space-time, quantum entanglement, and as it pertains specifically to space travel. Guthrie, can I speak to you for a moment?
Yeah, of course.
See the class begins to let out, and she says, I would be remiss if I did not say first and foremost that what you did was extraordinary, which is incredible for someone as emotionally checked out as I know you are.
I'm not, no, it's not, I'm not checked out. I just, you know, it's getting old. This whole school thing. I don't know. Have you ever thought about getting out of here?
Getting to where? Teach at another university?
No. Like, I'm writing the equation for conversions in a tachyon drive. Have you ever actually flown in a ship with a tachyon drive?
Well, sure. They're pretty common on a lot of ships, I think. I don't know for certain. Well, no, the ferry I take to work, that doesn't have a tachyon.
No, not on, out there, in space.
I've never wondered, but I know this. Real mathematics that matters, always comes from the heart. There is no numerology, study of meaning, quantitative value asset that is greater than the feeling of doing what you are passionate about. And I believe that fully and truly. I think if you feel a calling to something, that's something you have to seriously meditate on.
I'm gonna do it.
Those words echo in your ear as you look through a massive plate glass wall bay window overlooking the shimmering white sands of the desert planet of Mirage. And there's a fancy little soiree happening here. You come from an extremely well-to-do family. Your father, Professor Erwin Rashbacks, is published bestseller many times over. And your other father, Dr. Jeffrey Miggles, works here at the university as well. And he's a full research professor. He doesn't even have to teach classes anymore. He's just here working in theoretical physics and xenobiology, like a true savant in two different extremely wildly disparate fields of science. You see Jeffrey looking at sort of holding court and saying like, and of course, sort of fast-tracked, we think he's gonna probably lock down PhD number 3 any day now. Guthrie, please come here and meet some people.
Yeah, of course.
You see, it says, this is my son, Guthrie, academic superstar.
For now.
What do you want for now? For always.
Well, not forever, but maybe something, maybe a break, like, you know, in a couple, like, you know, soon, and then maybe coming back. Yeah.
Oh, sabbatical. Yes. Well, of course, he's not going to be in academia forever. He is also going to write a book one day.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, you know, I might take a gap year and do some travel. Maybe try other things.
Exactly. A gap year for some sort of journalism.
I'm going to space, Dad.
You are not going to space!
I am!
You are not going to space!
I'm going to space!
We cut to you in a dingy office, and you see a guy who literally, he's like
bristle brush, mustache, weird dirty hat. Saying, "Yeah, you want to go to space?"
Yeah, do you need to see my resume?
Nope.
Okay, I've got
Nope.
I've got 2 degrees.
What we need is a navigator.
I can do that.
Listen.
Easy.
All right, I'm sure you heard of me. It's Captain Dan Scrap of the Bad Call.
Yes.
Okay? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. We've had navigators before. You're not on a Kubla cane, right?
What?
You're not. Well, you
You're
gotta
drunk?
piss in a cup if you want to work on
I'm
the
not
ship.
on Kubla Kane, no.
You sure you don't have any warrant?
What? Oh,
Any warrant out?
no. I once, I did get a good telling to once, but no, nothing serious. We were swimming where we shouldn't have
All
been.
right, wait. So have you never been arrested?
Never, not once in my life.
What the hell, kid? What the hell? Well, we got ourselves a real greenhorn here. So let me ask you a question here.
Yeah.
Let's say you wanted a hyper jump drive from Tachyon Drive to. Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
Okay. I'm sure that's space.
That's space. You want to get a taste of space, huh? Sign here.
Okay.
And he says, "Oh, we offer, by the way, Spacer Guild has an insurance. They take a percentage of whatever you make on the trip. So they're gonna carve out probably 10% of your haul. Better you do a flat rate after the trip to pass clearance, and then they don't get a percentage, because if you strike it big on a haul like this, then you don't want the insurance company to come in and carve out. So what we recommend you do is fly uninsured.
Okay.
And then you come in afterwards and you pay the flat rate after the trip.
So knowing that, so that's what spacers don't do insurance. We're not doing that. My dads would probably be. They always anytime we fly, it's like they get insurance on the insurance. But spacers, we're like, nah.
Well, it's up to you. You're the egghead kid, so why don't you run the math for me? It's a 1 in a million that something bad happens, and it's a 100% chance that the insurance company takes 10% of your haul.
I mean, well, I'm a true spacer, so no thank you, insurance.
Your intestines are floating in space. Your ship is in tatters. You see Dan Scrap is completely uninjured, looking at, and he says, "Oh, I forgot to mention, you want to get a zero grab suit." You see that he puts a bowl over your head, which is giving you oxygen, but open void is freezing your digits and pulling at your skin. You see your intestines floating into space and hardening into ice as the wet of your own blood freezes in the cold of space. You see a little ambulance craft, and there's a person floats up to you and holds something out in front of you. You see a space paramedic floats up with a data screen in front of you, and you hear, "Are you insured?" "No!" "Okay, we need you to sign here and here." "How?" "There's an out-of-pocket cost." "But you can't, can you move your arm?" "No!" "Use your tongue."
Guthrie has a very elaborate signature.
You are in full traction in a hospital room. And you are sitting in the hospital room with Captain Dan Scrap, and also
It's really nice of you to come, Dan.
Well, I feel bad about everything that happened.
There's a representative from Acme Ashman here saying the cybernetic organ transplant, the blood processors, kidney replacement, limb replacement, leg replacement, and keeping the original organic feet, but giving the feet the cybernetic casing to interface them with the completely cybernetic legs, the replacement for your eye, all of that is going to come in at a total of $600,000. galactic credits.
Damn, we're gonna go on a lot of missions, and we'll make a lot of.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but I actually have to let you go.
What?
If we keep you on the crew, then we got to pay workers' comp.
Yeah.
And I also, if we let the ship's insurance cover it, I get 2 points on my license, and I can't get any more points on my license.
Hey, no, I get that.
But you're a good egg. You're a good egg.
Thanks, Dan.
Welcome to the Spacin life, buddy.
We cut back to the present moment.
27.14.
As you breathe harder, the credit starts going up. You are charged per breath because of your synthetic lungs. And as you breathe faster and faster, beep, 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 beep,
Deeper breaths. Deeper, not shallow. Deeper. 2.14161. 617434117.
a little message comes up in the reactor core. A new, more dangerous repayment organization has bought one of your medical loans due to your defunct or lapsed payments on this account. But you continue charging forward. Let's go ahead and make these astronavigation checks.
Great.
And also a boost for the engines. Let's do the engine boost first.
Engine boost first. Great. Oh, that's gonna be the space. That's the ship's strength.
+3 on the red hot for the boost.
That's an 8 plus 3 equals 11. That will not do it.
Boost is +3 for the skills for the red hot, correct?
Yes, but I got an 8.
You are 1 shy of boosting engines. You start to pull them off.
Come on, yeah.
Dear Mr. Miggles Rashbacks, your loans have been in repayment, lapsed credit. Your monthly minimum, 16,500 credits.
I know.
Your pristine cyborg body, which is top of the line, Acme Ashen, the best they make, and which costs you a fortune. You rent your ability to live from the company you bought this from. Let's make those astronavigation checks to get you out of hot water.
Great. How many can I make?
You are going to make 1 because the ship's computer. You can use the ship's computer, but it's quite bad.
No.
We're going to go pen and paper. You're making this at disadvantage. Canceled with Handy Annie. This is a straight mechanics kit check. So it's proficiency.
+7.
+7 to the roll.
That's a 10.
Your calculations are adequate, resulting in 1 completed equation.
Wow.
It requires 10 completed equations to jump to faster than light travel.
All right.
These 3 roid removers are going to double move to get in striking distance of the red hot. The one who's already got you clamped is going to make another attack. That's a natural 20. That is a bad roll for it to have rolled double damage on.
All right, I'm on ship HP.
12, 22, 25 points of hull damage. Bypassing shields. Up above, Captain Takamori, you see a buzzsaw cleave through the outer hull. You hear airlocks go off. You see popping his head in a little sweater vest is Raymond Zam, who is the office manager for the Jib Job co-working space that you rent out in the lower decks of the Red Hot, which is probably one of your best monetary sources. Hi, Skipper, sorry, pal. We're having a graphic design quarterly downstairs.
Sure.
We noticed the ship, so there's like a loud noise.
There's a loud noise. Yeah, we're being attacked right now.
Can we just push that back by 90 minutes?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's just we only have these quarterly, so it's just once every 3 Nargons, and it's kind of a lot of work coming. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You see Raymond heads off.
Just like drop kick a chair.
That wasn't truthful at all, what you just said to me.
And he just
believed it.
listen. Just go swim in circles or whatever you do.
Okay.
Okay, this squadron over here are all going to take 800 feet of movement. They're gonna move and move again. 800. These 5 over here are going to move just 400 and then open fire with lasers on the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're actually down to 27 hit points on the ship
Out of how many?
On the hull?
We still
We've
have a
got
shield.
27 hull points and 18 shield points. So let's stretch them as far as we can.
Oh my God, only 1 hit.
Thank God.
Astounding.
This game is stressful. I've forgotten.
Shields take 11 points of damage from one of the lasers.
All right, team, down to
7.
down to 7 hit points on our shield.
And the Lady Pike is going to move.
She's too far away. I think she's just like watching TV.
Yeah, it's just a bad signal on the antenna for the TV.
Yeah, they're just moving for better signal.
To get
Got
a
it.
better signal.
Yeah.
Send somebody out to move the rabbit ears around.
Exactly.
Mhm. She's watching like a game show
Yeah.
where like celebrities dip themselves in paint.
Yeah.
And an audience has to decide which celebrity's under the paint.
Amazing.
That's a future I want to see.
I am going to need a strength saving throw from the Red Hot.
Chill.
Very chill.
Sick.
Okay. So I'm gonna add half my dexterity modifier to this.
Minimum of 1, so
Minimum of
1.
All right, so strength saving throw will be +6, I think.
For the Red Hot?
Well, it's +5, so I add.
Yeah, now
5.
it's +6, correct.
Okay. 24.
Skipper, you hit the turbo thrusters and just avoid getting target locked by the tractor beam on the Lady Pike. You've avoided the tractor beam here. I'm gonna need you to make an opposed check. Roll your scan. You're trying to beat a 9. They rolled low.
Watch out!
Oh wait, I do have it.
Okay.
I had 11.
11. They go to jam your comms. Riva, you yell, watch out. Keep the comms from getting jammed. De La Vega comes back on.
Now, I don't know why you're being such a horse's ass about this, Takamori.
Takamori just truly doesn't know what else to do.
It's just like, why do you want to walk out of here with half a ship when you could have a whole ship?
He's honestly thinking about this.
Keep the bun, not the hot dog. If you have to choose.
And we cut deep into the ship to a funky little apartment in the back of the ship. Margaret Encino. Allie, could you describe your character for us?
Absolutely. Completely separate from anything you've seen so far this episode. My name is Margaret Encino. I'm a 24-year-old entrepreneurial businesswoman, and I work for UFTP, the United Free Trade Planets. I'm an executive. I'm actually very high functioning. And today has been a madhouse, okay? I had a revisions walkthrough for the Morcane project, followed by a virtual roundtable with the Troy Canny Partners Board. I paused for 20 minutes and checked my cell phone in, okay, a little thing I like to do. 20 cell phone free minutes, where I then had a full body tea tree and matcha massage. And then, of course, followed by my corner boss cycle check-in. So yeah, I'm just kind of like in the groove. I'm answering phones. I'm just working from home. WFH.
WFH, working from home, hell yeah. It's very humbly appointed here. Like a lot of executives that are very young, you basically for 850 credits a month, you rent this space on the Red Hot, which a lot of junior executives do because being on a ship actually has advantages over being like trapped on a planet somewhere. And
It's also like kind of fun. Like these people are artists.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what is going on up there?
Yeah, you actually do in your apartment. You do up above here like and you like look out your little porthole and see like a buzzsaw moving into the ship behind you.
Okay, that's not good. Oh, I have so much on my plate right now. Can I walk up and just try to help really quick?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna throw my hand in, and I have a disruption that I can cast like from the ship. So I'll just do hack communications. As an action, I'm gonna expend a power die and choose any number of ships that I can see within 600 feet. So I think that would just be all of these guys. They have to succeed a wisdom saving throw, or they take ionic damage equal to the number that I rolled plus our charisma modifier. And on a failed save, all of their communications are disabled until they reboot.
Wow.
Amazing.
And then I'm gonna get back to work.
And then I'm gonna get truly back to work. So first of all, in order for you to do this, you have to hack into the ship systems. So this is a thing that you, like a little comms open up. You see Margaret show up on a screen, basically to like ask permission.
It says Margaret, she, her, like a Zoom call.
You see Margaret show up on your comm screen here.
Hi, Margaret.
Hi, good morning. It's me, Margaret.
Good morning.
Encino. I'm noticing that we're having a little bit of a disruption.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a thing going on right now. Can I help you with anything? Do you need like
Fantastic.
hot water or something?
No. I have all the matcha I need. Thank you. I'm just gonna use a power die and I will be hacking communications within 600 feet. Is that okay?
That is awesome. That's great.
Fantastic. Before I went to school, I was studying to be an operator, so this is great.
If you want like a job, like an actual job here, let me know.
Oh, no, I'm absolutely loaded with a maxed out 401k. I think I'll stick with what I'm doing, but it's so great to talk to you.
Incredible. So within 600 feet of you, oh my fucking God. It's literally all of them that are close to you.
The one competent person on this ship.
Someone's on hold right now. I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I will be right with you in just a second. Again, I apologize.
This EMP goes off. What you actually do is you go through the ship's like transmitter. You recognize these are Armstrong roid removers. UFTP owns Armstrong.
Incredible.
So you're just gonna go into your corporate database and like this is effectively you sending an email to someone to like remote disable as many of these as possible.
Hey, I'm gonna need these model numbers shut down. Just kind of.
Incredible. Go ahead and roll a power die and add 1. So roll 1d6 and add 1.
That's a 4, it looks like to everyone.
Yep.
Oh, pulling an alley.
Yeah,
We're back in the dome, baby.
My hands get so sweaty. I'm having so much fun.
All of those droids take 4 points of damage as you watch all of them start the sequence of getting shut down remotely. It will take some time for all of them to get fully shut down in that way. Coming up on your screen as you're doing that one-handed, you see with like sort of metallic green makeup, sort of smiling at you, hologram, is Lucian Rex, who is your sort of peer in a different department at UFTP. How's it going, Marge?
Lucy.
Hey, Margie. How you doing, sweetheart? Are we excited for this 4 o'clock?
Yeah, definitely. I'm completely ready. How about you?
Completely ready.
Yeah, I figured, right?
Yeah, I figured too. Good to see you. You see that she looks over at you and says, by the way, I just wanted to holler a couple things because I know that we're going to be on with them in like 30 seconds. But the Monarch of Rubian 5 contacted me. Apparently, they've found out that the moon they live on is made of pure lithium. Do we want to pay him off or do we just want to call in some, troopers and take care of it that way?
Ew, I hate that. Wait, so they found out that they live on lithium?
UFTP owns a tremendous number of planets. On a planet that you guys technically own, there is a monarch of that planet who is actually, you are several like notches in the leadership above, so you could fire this monarch if you wanted to. But they are claiming that they want to have a rebellion because they found out their moon is fully made of lithium.
Which is good.
Which is good. But they basically found out that they're getting a bad deal and that you guys are excoriating their home world for the lithium it's made out of.
Okay. Okay, then I go back to Lucian. You know what? Let me handle this. We'll do something that will...
I mean, it's pretty simple. We can just sort of scrub the problem if we want to.
Yeah, interesting. You already have so much blood on your hands. I'm sure you'd love to do that. And while I'm talking, I'm like filling out like essentially this world's like Reddit. And I'm like leaking all of this information and trying to like start the rebellion. So there are like a number of like kind of subreddits of like
Incredible. So you're trying to start the rebellion there.
I'm like, that's so interesting. Yeah, we should definitely take care of that.
Conference call beginning.
Great.
As you merge in this conference call, you and Lucy go in. Lucy says, Margie, your big heart's gonna get you in trouble. And you cut back through years of like business school acumen, like getting your first job out of business school, clawing through like corporation after corporation after corporation. Your parents like kind of becoming strangers to you over the years, just constantly windsurfing somewhere. You don't know where.
They love each other so much.
You have this memory of years prior, you and Lucian walking out of business school together. She looks at you and just sort of goes like, well, you have the degrees. UFTP, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad to be doing it with you. For real.
Yeah, same. I couldn't do it if I was by myself. I mean, just...
Listen, before we're like in the shit, do you want to make a promise to each other? It's a fucking grind out there. And you and me, we don't come from any of the big families out there. We're not so-and-so Medea. We're not so-and-so Gravar. Let's just keep each other's backs the whole time, okay?
That's so funny that you say that because I got you this. And I pull out, I have like matching necklaces that have like kind of like a little gear cog on them.
She takes it and goes, oh my God.
It's kind of tongue in cheek, but yeah, this is just to remind us we're more than that.
Hey, it's like that leadership summit, right? What is it, the Platinum Cog?
Oh my God, the Platinum Cog Leadership Summit!
Hey, we might be cogs. We're platinum, baby.
Yeah.
And you zoom back into this conference call, and you see your direct supervisor, Damien Factor, looking out and saying, all right, it looks like we got all departments on the call here. Hello, Lucian. Hello, Marge. Hello to all of you. Great. Marge, I'm getting a little noise like a giant saw and some ion beams firing from you.
Oh, that's so good. I turn on like a filter that I've had like made.
Amazing.
Like
so sorry. Yeah.
Isn't there?
Amazing. And by the way, a little bit of personal news up top, personal and professional. We have some congratulations.
What?
That are in order. We want to say congratulations to our own Lucian Rex for number one, her engagement. And you see a little round of applause, and she goes, oh, thank you. And her promotion to the open executive suite for Crown and Scepter. And you see Lucian directs her eyes down, does not look up at the camera on her holo recorder.
I immediately like go on the internet to find out who the fuck she's engaged to.
Oh, none other than Natalia Cicero Connie Lee Carter Bajar.
The owner of
the original family of the original dread dictator of the Incorporated Elysian Republic, who later took all of their imperial earnings and founded Crown and Scepter, which is the parent company of United Free Trade Planets.
Oh, cool promotion. I if there's like a message capability that's like private message,
yeah,
I just slack her cool promotion.
You see there is a ellipsis of typing in that message, then nothing.
I think to myself, coward, and then I mute everything, but I'm still on it.
You're still on the call. They start talking, and you see Lucian very quickly takes over the call as she starts going, so obviously I'm going to be going into sort of a more managerial position during these meetings, thanks to Damien, who now we're going to kind of be splitting what used to be Damien's sole job. But it's a very exciting time for all of us here. And my goal is to see a younger, hipper, I want to see a united free trade planet with, a kind of a more now modern attitude, like, yes, we want to acquire as many planets as we can and own them. How do we do that in a way that is consistent with our mission and consistent with our corporate values?
I'm taking notes, and my note only says young hip people don't have to say they're young and hip.
We are going to move forward. All of the ships have gone, and now we are going to return into the initiative order back at the top, and we can take this turn all together. Can I get a reading of how many shield points and how many hull points?
7 shield points and 27 hull points.
Okay.
Captain Norman, permission to shoot the shark again.
Do anything, please.
Amazing.
Looking at this, we have one attached to us currently.
Yeah,
right?
I actually think I can do something about the one that's attached to us,
Okay,
Captain.
cool. I think the captain's looking at this and he's like quietly wondering to himself, like, could I trade my crew for my freedom?
Reva, you fully
Evil.
telepathically hear that.
And
yeah.
then I go, wait, I mean, la 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 la.
Just on the Gunner channel, the captain is thinking about swapping us for his freedom.
Devastating. That means I failed in my directive.
You all failed. Anyways, he's
We
gonna.
haven't failed yet. We're still alive, technically.
Okay. Well, I think it makes sense probably to disengage and then take the full rest of my movement forward.
Do you have a thing that you want to try to do
Yeah.
for the one that's...
Yes,
Yes.
the one that is attached, I would like to probe the mind of the pilot within, which doesn't have a saving throw for the just upper level thoughts.
Amazing.
And I would like to very quickly understand how to work the buttons and stuff in front of him.
Amazing.
And then I would like to quicken power, psychic push-pull, to just press as many buttons that are, just to get it off of us in a way.
Oh my God. Go ahead and spend the psychic points necessary to do that. That is so goddamn cool. Give me an insight check with advantage.
Great.
To read the surface thoughts of how to manipulate the device on there.
Great.
Can we just agree that I'm on a conference call where they're talking about, like, let's be cool, and I have muted it, and I'm only listening to this channel?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool, 'cause I wanna
Absolutely.
be a
Yes,
part
yes,
of
yes.
this Much more.
Absolutely.
And I got a 26 insight.
Incredible. You psychically reach out from inside this water bulb. You scan the mind of the person and just psychically, boom, throw the push-pull with your space casting venture, which allows you to cast at that double range. The one roid remover clamped onto you, boom, unlocks its clamp. You are free. However, there are 4 on you that will get opportunity attacks unless you disengage.
Okay. I think that makes sense to disengage and then take as a bonus action, and then take my movement away.
I think unless we can take them all out, but it was pretty tough just shooting the one.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if I should kind of pivot and do something else.
We could rapid shot and take a chance.
Also, Margaret, are you on the channel?
Hey, guys.
Welcome to Gunner
Margaret,
Channel.
Do you need another matcha? I'm kind of engaged right now.
Oh, yeah, no problem. No thanks.
Hey, Margaret, say congratulations to your friend.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely pass that along. Thanks, Reva.
You're so welcome.
Amazing. Let's get that boost engines.
Okay, cool. Whoop. What do I add to that?
The
What's our
ship's strength, which is +3.
Oh, cool. 14.
14 engines are boosted. You gain 50 feet of speed. So now the speed, I believe, is 350.
Before we move, is it important for me to try to get that shark?
The one
Are we
that.
concerned about the shark catching up with us, or are we just trying to put everything into getting out of here?
Can I make a insight?
Yeah, give me an insight check. And you have that pilot thing, so roll with advantage, yeah.
Great. Can I do perception?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be 16.
16, cool. And what sort of information are you looking for?
I'm just wondering if it makes more sense to just hightail it out of here.
At this point, with your points as low as they are, there is no surviving this in a straight fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what are you rolling to do? What are you rolling on your ass? What type of check is it?
It's-
Intelligence?
It's yeah. Well, I'm using my mechanics kit and my brain. Yeah.
Okay, then does it make sense for me, instead of even doing anything with guns, to just cast Enhanced Droid through Handy Annie onto him so that he rolls all with advantage?
Handy Annie already grants advantage on this, but are you doing more than one thing, or what are you planning on doing?
So I can make the astronav check, I believe.
As a bonus action,
As
yes.
a bonus action. So I could use my main action to either patch the shields or work on getting us some of the shielding back, or I can do something about some of this hull damage.
I think, yeah, any sort of damage reduction where...
Great. In that case, I'll use Handy Andy for the astronav boost check. And then I'm going to do a patch check as well for the ship.
Give me the straight mechanics kit roll for trying to get these equations.
Come on. I think that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You get 2 more completed equations. 3 out of 10. And by the way, if anyone has other roles or things they want to add to that, you are absolutely welcome to do so.
I think there's nothing for us to do but to just keep gunning these guys.
All right, we're just gonna gun the ones that are close, I guess.
Hell yeah. And give me that if you're doing shield regen or if you're doing hull repair.
I'm gonna do hull repair.
Cool.
We're gonna go ahead and make Constitution check with the ship. That's a +3. God darn it. That's just a 6, which means that I have disadvantage on this hull roll.
Cool.
So I roll 2d6.
2d8 and take the worst of the 2.
Great. How about 2 8s? Okay, an 8 and a 4. So we get 4 points back.
You rush through into the reactor room, start to repair one of the burst pipes from this like buzzsaw damage. Start patching the ship up some 4 hull points. That's your ship's last hull point.
Hull die?
Hull die, yeah. Go ahead and give me your gunning.
All right.
All right.
I'm just gonna.
First or me?
I'll shoot first. I can try and give you distraction. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot a real flashy gun at whoever is closest to us. So just whichever droid is closest to us, but not the one that he softened up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do crit, baby!
Yes! Not the one he softened up, correct?
Not the one he softened
Cool.
up.
Brand new one.
But I'm doing distracting die so that he can have advantage on his next
So we are
turn.
using a power die.
Yes,
Cool.
we are
Tracking
down
that.
to
And
2.
I am gonna use my kinetic die to empower it. Does that mean that I get to add that twice?
Yes, you get to use that twice. By the way, I forget, your ship does still have shields. Your ship regenerated 4 points of shields automatically. 4 points of shields automatically. It also got a power die back.
Yes, we're back. We went down to 2, back up to 3.
Cool.
Now down to 2 again.
She's rolling good.
Woo! Okay. Hey!
One at a time. Gotta savor each roll.
Yeah.
Plus 9, 21, plus 3, 24 points of damage.
Nice.
24 points of damage. One of the drones bursts apart into metal.
I knew I was good at what I do.
That's right, Sid! That's right!
Barry, I think I caused a distraction and you can have advantage on your roll.
I'll take the one that I already hit and didn't kill.
Oh, actually it was one more. Okay, it was just one more, 25.
Cool.
Sweet. So I will shoot with advantage. Yeah, that's like a 25 to hit.
25 definitely hits.
Sweet. Then this is just a regular shot. Unless you guys think, should I use power dice? Do we have the power dice? Should we go for it?
I just used a power dice.
Yeah, we're down to 2. We got it.
All right, hang on. I might use one after this. I'm gonna take a chance on this one. Please roll okay. 7, 10 damage.
10 damage to the one you hit. Okay, it's still up.
No!
Power dice.
Hit it!
All right, precision shot, please, please. 1.
It's still up, I'm afraid.
How much I've done like 27 damage.
Did it work?
This thing is hanging on by the
Wait,
barest.
I think if I bonus action, I'm a barbarian, so I would get 2.
It blows up! Oh, that's what you needed. You crossed the finish line in a rage.
It adds up.
It all adds up, baby. Now, here's the question for the pilot. There's now only 2 left on your tail with opportunity attacks. Do you still want to take the disengage?
Norman is like looking into like the black
How many?
void of space.
Yeah.
Like at his own reflection in it. Just seeing the like 50-year-old version of himself like disassociating
You just hear Reva's voice inside your head. Believe in yourself,
Get
Captain.
it
Believe in yourself.
out of my head.
I'm
This
not
is
here.
my.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're talking
I'm trying.
constantly.
This is. I'm not lying. I'm lying.
I
It's
just
me.
wish I
It's-
had my
I'm
guys.
trying it out. I'm trying
I
it
just
out.
wish I had my guys.
Okay.
He is just picturing himself with his space brigade. Just like even though people are doing good around him, it's overall an overwhelmingly bad situation. Fuck it. I think he will do it without the dash.
Oh, do it without the dash?
I mean, do
Oh,
the dash
oh,
instead
no
of the
disengage.
disengage.
Yeah.
No disengage. We're gonna take the risk.
like it.
So
Yeah.
it's dash, move, and fly. We're taking 3 actions here. Now hold on a second, because now all you're doing is gunning it. And I believe you boosted engines this turn, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be 1,050 feet of movement unless they clamp you. So I think this is Box of Doom worthy.
Oh my god.
Put the Box of Doom out here.
episode.
Big roll.
First
big
episode,
roll.
Box of Doom.
Goodness.
Okay. This is opposed. So here's the 2 numbers you need to beat with a maneuvering check. It's 2 18s, 2 23s.
World.
We, I think, have to. Does that mean we have to roll a nat, or is that?
What's your maneuvering? What's your bonus to maneuvering?
-1.
We're gonna need 2 nat 20s.
Here we are.
Fully dissociating, looking into the black of space.
I'm done.
It's a 10 and a 14.
Oh, watch out on that 14.
Yeah, maybe.
So
Can I-
minus 1.
can
Oh
add
no, because it wouldn't be a crit then. Still, it would just be 20.
Correct.
Not worth it.
That doesn't mean we can't
Watch
run though.
out
That
and
just means that
define
they're
yourself.
stealing
Attacks.
speed.
Stealing
from
speed.
us.
So instead of moving 1,050, each of them takes away 50 speed. So
Wait, but what about my hacked communications? Would that have? They're the closest. Wouldn't that have affected them? Would they roll with disadvantage?
Let me see here. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Something very wild and cool is about to happen.
Margaret, you're very efficient.
You're very efficient, Margaret. You rolled a 10 and a 14, right? That's what you rolled.
Correct.
Um,
So that becomes sadly a 9 and a 13.
a 9 and a 13. Okay.
A literal
Have you
wiener.
considered our stats are terrible?
I'm gonna use also. Can I use Defiant
Yeah, you can add
and add a D4 to one of
to
them?
one. Yeah. So do you want to add to the 9 or add to the 13?
The 13, I think.
Let's get the 13 higher. Let's do it.
Right?
Yeah, go for it.
3.
Cool.
It's now a 16. So a 16 and a 9.
Can I use Defiant on one of the other ones?
Yeah,
We all have-
absolutely.
I have Defiant also.
Yeah, absolutely.
4. So that's
gonna be a
13 and a
13.
16.
So a 13 and a 16.
Or a 20 and a 9.
I wonder. Yeah, I mean, can you add them both to the same thing?
Oh, maybe not. Yeah. Okay, 13 and a 16.
So hack communications does damage to them, but it doesn't give them disadvantage on anything.
Okay, yeah. I just thought if their communication is disabled and it's someone operating like a...
Maybe, yeah. You know what? I will rule that can be disadvantage. Is there any other actions before we calculate this fly on this round? Anyone else doing any deployment
Use
stuff?
my
I already
action.
shot.
Everyone's already done your stuff? Okay. We have a 16 and a 13.
And they have how much to theirs? Plus...
They have plus 5.
Oh, okay.
You want me to roll against the 16 or the 13 first?
13.
13.
So we need a 7 or lower. That's a 7.
We need it. That's good.
That's good. That's good.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
One misses.
Okay, now we have the 16.
Right. Okay.
So now you have the 16.
Okay.
On a 10 or lower, this misses as well.
Manifesting a 1.
That's a 19.
No!
Well, there's a 1 in there.
We got rid of one.
Get rid of 1.
Yeah.
Amazing. So speed still 300. You take 3 move actions. The red hot has 1 clamped on, but moves 900 feet forward through space.
Cool.
900 feet is exactly what you needed for these drones to not be able to double move and get within striking distance again. Okay, the red hot surges forward through space. You have all gone. The 4 drones, 2 of them have hacked communications. Yeah, they're actually gonna do attacks with disadvantage. That's a miss. This crew back here is gonna double move forward. These ones here are gonna double move forward as well. The ship takes 11 points of damage from laser cannons firing down. All those drones are gonna start moving it forward except for the 2 that had their communications hacked. They fired, one miraculously managed to hit. The Lady Pike is going to double move forward. I am going to need another strength saving throw for the tractor beam.
Okay. That is a 7.
Watch out!
Okay.
Go ahead and add the power die.
Come on. 3, 10.
10 does not move. Let's move. You are hit by the tractor beam. Let's immediately move the red hot 100 feet back. Which does bring you once again within striking distance of those droids. You are also going to get fired on
Oh,
By the Lady Pike.
by the Lady Pike.
Oh,
Everyone, please take a moment to be grateful for the shields that we had before they leave.
Gunny, go ahead and give me a technology check.
that's gonna be a 25.
You see incoming heat signature of some Magneto Boy light-seeking torpedoes.
This is bad!
Maybe we can shoot them out. Maybe we can shoot them
Are they
before
slow?
they get to us.
I don't think I don't think they're slow.
Are they like coming now?
Oh
No, these are the
they're-
guys that come down and they come down fast. Grab onto something.
Why even tell us about it?
Seatbelts on. Can somebody tell the people in at the workspace to grab onto a desk or something?
We're gonna roll an attack roll here. I don't want to overdo it, but this is gonna be Box of Doom.
Oh my
Everyone has been Box of Doom this entire.
Yeah.
+5 to hit, which means they hit your armor class on a 3 or higher.
It's okay. It's a 1.
It's a 1.
It's a 1.
It's gonna be a 1.
Manifest a 1.
so
Manifest a
I got
1.
one.
Hot barrel roll the hot dog.
That's a 5.
Skipper's just like looking at the map of the ship, like looking at where the escape pods are.
They don't work, right?
No, I don't think so.
I think one of my apartment is an
Your
escape pod,
I
right?
think we only have one, and it's your
bourbon.
The ship takes 31 points of damage.
pole or shield.
To shields and then goes past them.
So 31.
31 all told.
How many?
20 total.
Should I? Do we have a power die left or no?
No, we are out.
Oh, we do. I can make one with my superiority.
Is that worth it? I have this like I can like take a d6 away with the snap roll.
I think any hit points are going to help us because I
Sure.
think, yeah.
All right, if we can do that, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. Go for it.
3 points
Okay.
reduced.
So 23.
And shields are at 0.
Shields are at 0.
You guys lose shields. Shield systems down. Will not regenerate anymore.
Oh my god.
You are naked metal in space.
All right.
We're so
Vulnerable
fucked this
to the
episode one.
Tough galaxy, baby.
Reeve,
Yes.
you're in people's heads, right? As
Sure.
character.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think Barry has a thought to himself that's like, I wonder if like Reva's magic works where like if you can see like somebody on a screen, if like you could fuck them up.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Can I pop out of my office and be like, hey, so are we being chased like for any particular reason?
Yeah, we got crates.
We have stuff.
Can we just dump the crates and then maybe they'll leave us alone?
I'm personally inclined to keep them because that's how we make money, and money is how we make grenades.
For sure. I hear every alarm on the entire system going off all at once, so I do wonder if maybe
What if we dropped most of the crates?
What if this? I know. Is it our turn yet?
It's your guys' turn. Your enemies have gone. Crew acts together on the ship.
Can I do a hologram that looks like we're dropping the shapes?
What is the maximum size of hologram you can create?
Just got this.
You regain 1 power die at the start of the turn. You do not
Hologram.
regain shields. Shields are down and will require a true refitting to replace your broken shields.
It is a 15-foot cube.
The crates are, you could probably do 1 crate.
Just looks like we're shooting out one little
How many
pebble.
crates do we
think-
have?
How many crates do we have?
You probably have about like 15 or so.
Let's just
The one?
keep.
One of them is a hologram.
Yeah.
We push out all of them and one is a hologram.
Believable trick. No?
I'm down for
How much
this.
is the one
I'm
crate
down for
worth?
this.
It's worth a try.
How much is the one crate worth?
If these are full of beryllium crystals, this was a huge haul because each of them was 3K credits. You'd still have 3,000 credits.
I can help find you guys like work or something. Maybe that's kind of the whole thing that I
Let's
do.
get rid of the crates, goddammit.
All right, but keep the one?
Let's keep the
Can we
one.
keep the
Let's
one?
keep
We
the
can
one.
keep the one!
Okay, that's a win.
We're doing one hologram in order to keep one crate.
Skipper, you got this.
Skip.
Skipper, the crew believes in this absolutely, 100%.
Skipper's gonna voice or, video chat.
Yeah.
How we feeling, Takamori?
Feeling fine. We're gonna get rid of our 15 crates. Or 14 crates.
No, way lower.
I better see 15 crates shitting out of that bird, or I'll boot your ass to the bison and back, buddy. You better believe it.
Listen. What can I do to get out of this myself?
Roll over, Fido.
That's not his name. He has 2 names. It's Norman and it's Skipper. Oh, Captain, that's 3.
Listen, you don't have the chops, Takamori, so why don't you just open your craw and let me scoop them little crystals out?
I think Takamori would open it to let them. I think
Jettison-
he's giving up. He's just fucking giving up.
You're gonna go ahead and jettison the crates.
One crate, Skipper?
Skipper, that's all of it. That's
just
You
like
gave him the brainstorm. You gave him the
Captain,
brainstorm number.
My entire directive is to please people, but right now you have severely displeased me.
Do you want to, with this hologram plan, do you want to try to hold on to one crate or you want to jettison all 15?
sure. Let's just keep the one crate or whatever.
Cool. You guys hold on to one crate of beryllium crystal and jettison 14 crates and a hologram. You all see, this is Captain Jan De La Vega of the Lady Pike saying, it's a pleasure doing business. Rough stars out there. Sorry for you luckless, abandoned, and forsaked. Lady Pike comes in, scoops up the crates and the one hologram. You see that the roid removers turn around and follow the Lady Pike. And you're shieldless, smoking, and with no hull dice remaining, we exit combat.
Well, that could have gone worse.
Guys, I honestly thought we had them.
I did too. I think it was cowardly to give up all those crates. I do. I know that I'm not supposed to speak up against people, but there's other people right now. There's other people who want to do this, so I'm trying to please them.
You guys are still communicating over. You see that Raymond Zam pokes his head in and says, hi, we're supposed to get an alert whenever the bay doors open because we were in the middle of a quarterly graphics meeting. We only have them once every 3 Nargons. And basically, we had an emergency airlock and it just was like a loud noise in the middle of our presentation. Okay. So, we do, because it's 10 credits per person, to rent that space.
Yeah.
So we just want to
figure it out,
just
or
a
whatever.
heads up in the future.
Yeah.
Great. Thank
He's
you
just gone.
We'll figure it out or whatever.
We'll figure it out or whatever.
Should we go take a look at the one crate we got?
Look at the one crate.
Yeah, check the hall. I
Go
mean,
to the crate.
Absolutely.
Can I
Get the
just say
crate?
something real fast? And this is obviously pure deflection on the part of the captain. This is the most worthless crew I have ever had in my entire life. Not one of you know how to do your job right, and that makes my job impossible. Yeah, cry.
I would
Tears join the water in Riva's bubble of a slightly different consistency, refracting light.
Hey man, you're a coward.
I'd cry if it wasn't expensive. They charged me for excess hydration, but that was me.
I'll collect your hydration. Let it go.
Oh, it's
Let
fine.
it go.
It's fine.
I'll suck it up.
You don't have to suck it up. I can't put it back in. That's not how it works. But okay, yeah. I'm a coward.
I don't know what's going on over here, but we gotta hit our shots.
I did actually hit one shot really well. I don't know if you saw it exploded
It was
really
awesome.
big, and
And
then
we
it made
got
it.
Hey,
the one
you're
box
a clone.
idea.
I don't listen to you.
What?
Right on.
Okay. Whenever we get back to where we need to go to fix this ship, I'm cleaning house. You're fine.
Cool.
Thank you for your,
We shake hands like really strong.
Do you go to inspect the final?
Yeah, let's look at the crate. Let's do one last job
You kind
together.
of took the fun out of it.
Yeah, you
Skipper.
kind of did.
You know
maybe
what?
maybe you could
Maybe
hold
I'm not a
back
fun
and
guy.
the three of us could go look at it.
You head down to the hold. Riva, you swim out of your bulb. A pane opens up so you can look out through the water system. Gunny, you're walking through the ship, seeing all the areas that are airlocked off, damage through the hull. An incredible amount of damage has occurred. Both gunners come down here.
I stop my wheels so that I can skateboard over some of the damage, or I mean, roller skate over some of the, or walk over rather than
Yeah,
roller
you can't
skate
roll over
like
some of the
they
damage.
This is difficult terrain.
You pop the crate expecting stacks of beryllium crystals. Some sort of parasite clearly got into the crate.
Great. Great.
And you see a lot of rotted sacks of imitation powdered egg substitute.
I love imitation powdered egg substitute.
Isn't that fun, right?
Maybe
What
we
else
could
could
sell
go
the
wrong
parasite.
today? Oh, look, there were crystals in here. Oh, it's like egg sacs and shit. What else is in here? And it starts digging through it. Oh, what else? What could go wrong?
As you dig through some of the devoured bags that some parasite got in, all of you watch and see a flash of green goo fly into the captain's face and shoot up his nose. That's all for this episode of Dimension 20. A Starstruck Odyssey. Tune in next week. See you in the stars.
Wow.
He smushed his face against the glass.
Why don't we do like a light mutiny?
Captain Norman, no one tried to pickpocket you while you were unconscious.
This is where the ball is rolling up the hill.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to apologize.
What is the pleasure,
What
Putty?
is the pleasure,
Oh,
buddy?
I'm so glad that you asked.
Oh.
I have a somewhat of a rudimentary grasp of human anatomy.
I look at Margaret so haunted.
I'm kind of doing a little dance.
Things are great today.